Hi, welcome to this video where I will show how to solve Timelines of Elventica, one example of how to solve it in Python. So we go straight into the exercise here, and here level 1 we should return the number of years between the two dates. And there is a second video in which I explain what to do, and this is like the quick recap of that, is that we should take two dates as strings as input in both levels, and then in the first level we should return number of years between those dates, rounded down to the nearest integer, the nearest full integer, the nearest full number of years in between those two dates. So we want to convert to date format in the programming language we use, and then basically take date 2 minus date 1 and calculate the number of days, dot days in this case in Python. And in the first level we should do the number of days divided by 365 as an integer division. And in level 2 we should do the same thing, but we don't have to do the years, we just return the number of days. That's the overall idea. So now let's look at a solution here in Python. Okay, so I'm importing the datetime module from, so it's datetime.datetime, but since I'm doing it this way, it's actually just going to be called datetime here. And then in Python you can do like a string comprehension thing, string p time. So I give the string here on the format that we saw before, here to the left, and then I say what the format is supposed to be, year-month-date. And this gives me an actual date instance here, date 1. Do the same thing for date 2. Then I take date 2 minus date 1. That gives some kind of relative time, rel time in some other class. And there I can do dot days. Then I get an integer for the number of days in between those two. And then I can do integer division by 365. Then I return the number of years here. So that's hopefully will solve level 1. Let's check it. Yeah, that looks good. So we have one static test case that's always the same, and the other ones are random, so they will change. So when you debug, you can always rely on that you get this specific case, which is the same one that you have here in the text. So that worked. Then we go to level 2. And here we can basically just piggyback on the previous solution. So I copy it down. And now I can just skip. I can just say days is equal to this instead. And then return days. And see if that works for level 2. Yeah, and we're lucky. It's again a static test case that is corresponding to the one we get in the text, and then we have two random ones here. And we solved it. So that's one way to solve it, and you should also get help in this hint text here if you're using a different language than Python. So good luck solving Timelines of Elventica.